The eyes of the world turned to Rome. A hush fell over St. Peter's Square. Cardinal Luis Antonio Tagle, the humble archbishop from Manila, had been elected the 267th successor to St. Peter. He would now be known as Pope Luis I. White smoke billowed from the chimney atop the Sistine Chapel. Church bells pealed across Rome and around the world. Pope Luis I, known for his warm smile and compassionate heart, stepped onto the balcony. He raised his hands in blessing. A wave of emotion swept over the crowd. The faithful erupted in thunderous applause. The papacy of Pope Luis I promised to be one of healing, unity, and love. The world watched with anticipation. The weight of history filled the air. The Basilica of St. Peter, a masterpiece of Renaissance architecture, stood as a testament to the enduring legacy of the Catholic Church. Cardinals, bishops, and dignitaries from around the world gathered to witness the formal installation of Pope Luis I. Sunlight streamed through the stained glass windows, casting a kaleidoscope of colors upon the assembled crowd. The air was thick with incense, its sweet aroma a reminder of the divine presence. The new pontiff was presented with the pallium, a woolen stole adorned with 6 black crosses. This symbol of papal authority, worn by popes throughout the centuries, served as a tangible link to the Church's rich history. As Pope Luis I received the fisherman's ring, he embraced the legacy of service and leadership entrusted to him. The ceremony reached its pinnacle with the crowning of Pope Luis I with the papal tiara. As the choir's voices soared heavenward, a sense of awe and reverence settled upon all those present. This was a moment that transcended time, connecting the past, present, and future of the Catholic Church. The story of Pope Luis I is one of remarkable humility and unwavering faith. Born in 1957 in Imus, Philippines, Luis Antonio Tagle's early life was rooted in the simplicity of a devout Catholic family. His parents instilled in him the values of compassion, service, and love for God. From a young age, Luis displayed a keen intellect and a deep spirituality. He excelled in his studies, pursuing a degree in philosophy before entering the seminary. Ordained as a priest in 1982, Father Tagle quickly gained a reputation for his insightful homilies and genuine warmth. His pastoral journey took him from parish work to academia. His appointment as Archbishop of Manila in 2011 thrust him onto the global stage. His elevation to Cardinal in 2012 further solidified his prominence within the Church. Now, as Pope Luis I, the boy from Imus takes his place as the leader of the Catholic Church. His journey serves as an inspiration to millions around the world. From the moment he stepped onto the balcony overlooking St. Peter's Square, Pope Luis I articulated a vision for the Church that resonated deeply with the faithful. At the heart of his message lay a profound emphasis on compassion, humility, and unity. Pope Luis I called for a church that embraces the marginalized, the forgotten, and the excluded. He urged Catholics to see the face of Christ in the poor, the sick, the refugee, and the prisoner. His vision extended beyond the walls of the Church, advocating for a more just and equitable world for all. Unity emerged as another cornerstone of his papacy. He appealed for dialogue and reconciliation within the Church itself, acknowledging the diversity of opinions and the need for respectful engagement. Furthermore, Pope Luis I called for greater unity among different religions and cultures. His message resonated with a world hungry for hope and healing. His words offered a roadmap for a more compassionate, just, and united world. The news of Cardinal Tagle's election sent shockwaves of joy and pride through the Philippines. From the bustling streets of Manila to the smallest rural villages, Filipinos erupted in celebration. This was a moment of immense national pride, a testament to the faith and resilience of the Filipino people. Churches across the archipelago overflowed with worshippers, their voices united in songs of praise and thanksgiving. Spontaneous street parties erupted with people dancing, singing, and waving Philippine flags alongside Vatican banners. For many Filipinos, Pope Luis I's election was a powerful affirmation of their own faith and their place in the global Church. The nation held its breath as they watched the live broadcast of the papal inauguration. The streets of Imus, the Pope's hometown, were adorned with banners and streamers. Special masses were held in his honor. People shared stories of their encounters with the smiling cardinal, recalling his kindness and humility. The election of Pope Luis I reverberated far beyond the Philippines, eliciting an outpouring of positive reactions from world leaders, religious figures, and ordinary citizens across the globe. His reputation as a man of deep faith, compassion, and intellect preceded him, generating a sense of optimism and anticipation for his papacy. World leaders extended their congratulations and expressed their hopes for a fruitful papacy. Many highlighted his commitment to social justice and his advocacy for the poor. Religious leaders from various denominations also welcomed the news with open arms. They praised his commitment to interfaith dialogue and his vision of unity among different religions. Social media platforms buzzed with activity as news of the election spread. Hashtags like #PopeLuis and #NewerForTheChurch trended worldwide. Catholic communities across Latin America, Europe, and North America rejoiced at the news. The world watched with keen interest as Pope Luis I embarked on his papacy. The election of Pope Luis I marked the beginning of a new chapter for the Catholic Church, yet it also represented a continuation of the transformative legacy of Pope Francis. Known for his humility, his emphasis on mercy and compassion, and his commitment to social justice, Pope Francis left an indelible mark on the Church. Pope Luis I, a close friend and admirer of his predecessor, has made it clear that he intends to build upon the foundation laid by Pope Francis. In his first address to the world, he spoke of his deep respect for Pope Francis and his desire to continue his work of building a more inclusive and loving church. This commitment to continuity is evident in Pope Luis I's early pronouncements and actions. He has spoken out forcefully on issues such as poverty, inequality, and climate change. He has also continued Pope Francis's efforts to reach out to marginalized communities. His message of compassion and inclusion resonates deeply with those who felt marginalized and excluded by the Church in the past. Pope Luis I's decision to keep the name Francis for his papal name is a powerful symbol of his desire to honor his predecessor's legacy. As Pope Luis I embarks on his papacy, he faces a world grappling with complex and interconnected challenges. From the ongoing climate crisis to rising political polarization, from economic inequality to the plight of refugees and migrants, the problems facing humanity are daunting. The Catholic Church, with its global reach and its moral authority, has a crucial role to play in addressing these challenges. Pope Luis I, with his compassion, his intellect, and his commitment to dialogue, is uniquely positioned to lead the Church in this effort. One of the most pressing issues facing the Church is the growing secularization of many parts of the world. Pope Luis I will need to find new ways to connect with people who are increasingly distant from organized religion. He will also need to address the divisions within the Church itself, particularly on issues such as sexuality, gender, and the role of women. His ability to foster dialogue and build bridges of understanding will be crucial in healing these rifts. Despite these challenges, Pope Luis I brings a message of hope and optimism. The election of Pope Luis I has ushered in a new era for the Catholic Church, brimming with hope and renewal. His humble beginnings and commitment to the gospel have captivated millions. As the first Asian pope, he brings a fresh perspective to the Church. His emphasis on dialogue and unity offers hope in a divided world. Pope Luis I has shown great courage, wisdom, and compassion. He embraces Pope Francis's legacy while charting his own course. Pope Luis I calls for hope, courage, and love in the Church. He reminds us to love one another and work for a just world. Pope Luis I's papacy promises a brighter future for all. Please subscribe to our channel History Documentary Hub for more insightful videos and intriguing content.